that I have yet to share. One of them being, this was my most favorite one, and I'm gonna spoil it right now because I just loved it so much. And maybe I'll make it the first one because it's been game changer for me. So you all know, if you've been around on my channel or follow me over on Instagram, you know I am not really like a color person when it comes to art. And I really love black and white sketch art pieces, but I'm also super picky about them. So I go to estate sales, I go antiquing, I go thrifting, and it's really hard for me to find them. And I've been working on my office makeover for probably like 2 years because it's taking me such a long time to find art pieces that I love. Like, I won't just throw any art in that space. And then I was talking with my husband, and Chris was like, why don't you just see if there's an app that has where you can take your picture that you took and turn it into a sketch? And you guys, I found the best app. It has been truly, truly mind-blowing, and I'm just obsessed. So now I need to get to the thrift store. I need to get antiquing. I need to get my frames because this is going to be game changer. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video, and Happy New Year. Let's go 2025. If you love vintage sketch art, then this is for you. So you can actually take the pictures that you took and turn them into the most incredible looking vintage inspired sketch art. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you are going to download the Graphite app. It is a free app, and this is not sponsored, but you do have to pay to remove the logo at the bottom, and that is what I did. So you're gonna pick your photo, you're then gonna pick drawing black and white. I then just changed the paper color to Fine 2 because I felt like that gave it the most realistic vintage look. Like, hey, I've been around for a while, if you know what I mean. And there you have it. You have the most beautiful vintage inspired sketch art that you took. Okay, I know I said that the last one was my favorite DIY, but this one is very, very close, if not tied for first. So my vintage stone candle from Olive Ateliers was on its last leg, and I was so sad because I love that candle so much that I knew I needed to recreate it. So I got this Bath & Body Works candle. There was about half of it left because I didn't know how much would fit into the stone, and I just boiled it on the stove. You could probably do this many different ways. At first I thought I could put it in the microwave, then I thought the oven, but ultimately I just decided to boil it. I then removed the wicks. I was gonna just use this same wick because I didn't know how deep and how much wax was gonna fit in this stone. You're gonna see here that it clearly just was not, this was not it. But you know what? Sometimes in DIYs you fail and you brainstorm and think of something else, but I poured it all in. As you can see, it barely took any wax. So I then took that wick out, ordered some on Amazon. It came the very next day. You guys, I have so many candle wicks. I am never going to be running out because I am going to be doing this all the time. When my wicks arrived, I just put the candle back in the pot and boiled it again to bring the wax to a liquid form. And then I had to find the most perfect spot on the cutting board because I needed it to be super, super straight. And I didn't want to put this on the counter because I didn't know how it was going to react with the quartz. But I then put the stabilizer in and decided to add in 2 wicks into the candles. I think that's super important for this because I do feel like the one I got from Olive was stunning, but the wax did not melt right, and that drove me crazy. I then allowed it to cool overnight, and you guys, this is just so good. I am beyond obsessed. Look how beautiful this candle is. Okay, here we go for another designer-inspired DIY lamp. I picked up the pair on Marketplace for $40, and the shapes and the bones of this lamp are just so good. So I'm gonna do my tried and true that I've done on this channel so many times: baking soda, paint, and this time I did Mod Podge. I wanted it to see if it would give it a little bit more sticky, and that is exactly what it did. You probably don't need to do the Mod Podge because I've done it so many times without, and I do feel like it's almost the exact same. So there's no measurements. This is all kind of like whatever, I'm winging it, so you can do whatever you like, however tacky you like it. But I just mix all 3 of these things together and just start painting it on the lamp. And this is the part that is gonna give you so much texture. So I do this like weird patting motion as you see right here with the paintbrush, and it just kind of brings the paint up. I think that's where the Mod Podge kind of comes into play. Although I have never used Mod Podge before, but I do feel like that made it a little bit stickier, which then kind of made the tapping motions have more texture, if that makes sense. And right here, I'm just showing you how tacky the paint ends up getting. So this is all personal preference. You're just gonna do that until you are satisfied. This is what it looks like when it is dry. The next thing I'm gonna do is go in with my favorite, and it's just good old mud from the backyard, and I just take it and rub it all over the lamp. I rub it in kind of the high parts where it would look like it was kind of found, and you know how that vintage look kind of looks. But then I just rub it all over until, again, I feel like I have enough and that I am done. Okay, I think that's about good. Now let's take them to the room.
What is best for you?
This is my most favorite way to display Polaroid prints. Now, you're gonna get your favorite Polaroid print in this frame that I got at Target. I will be sure to link it below if I can. If not, try to get one that's very similar to this, but then I just take a piece of linen, I just cut it, I put the Polaroid picture right in the middle with a little tiny piece of tape, I flip it over, I then add another piece of tape to the back so that it doesn't slide down. I then take the glass piece, put it right on top, really try to make sure not to get fingerprints all over it, and then add in the securement device. You lock it all back up. I just love how this turned out and is such a sweet piece as you're walking into our room.
Put your trust into us and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best for.
So that's it for today's video. Welcome 2025. Before I go, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the year that I plan to be super active on YouTube. I spent all of 24 growing my Instagram account. I kind of figured out the type of content that I want to make, what kind of aligns with me as far as like what I love with home decor, photography, all of that. And so now I'm going to try to merge it into YouTube because I feel like I've built a little decent following for the first year, which I'm really proud of. I've worked with so many incredible brands. I can't wait to share that with you guys here on the channel. Maybe we can do some like PR unboxings because I actually get a lot of stuff gifted to me, which I am so forever grateful for. And we have so many projects coming in the house. We're going to install beams on our ceiling. We're going to finish up the entryway. I'll show you in the next video kind of where we're going with that. It's almost done, so I would love to show that. There's just so much that is happening, and I am so excited to finally have an idea of what I'm going to do with this channel. So I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. But until then, follow me over on Instagram. I'm super active there. I love talking with you guys. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.